Let's refresh these for last time because I see there's already an update from yesterday here. No update from today. Okay. So event starts October 9th until November 19th. We already have that, right? This is the October 9th week. This is the November 19th week. So that is already ready. Very nice. Very good English. Are we just going to call it Night Troupe Midnight Carnival? Yeah, Midnight Carnival is the official name. I think we can just call it Night Troupe. Night Troupe. And then let's see if we have the specific links or not, if that actually works. Because that could be cool. I usually work with links like this, and then when I click it, I want to see if it links to the... Is this a manage settings? Could it be a cookie setting, or could it be a window setting, or does this not work for you guys either? If you guys go to this link, does it lock down and go to here, or does it stay on top of the page? Thank you for taking time to help me out. I really appreciate it. No problem. That's what I do. If you have any questions, I'm here. It stays on top. Fuck. They messed it up. Okay, that saves me a lot of time not making direct links to the patch for every single thing because it doesn't work. But that also means that we're not going to have direct notes. So I'm going to have to link to the top of the patch instead. And then you're going to have to click these things yourself individually to get sent to the details. So I can't make the direct notes. They must have messed something up. In the past it always worked, but since the last patch it's been broken. I don't know if it's a thing on... It's got to be a thing on their side, but I don't know if it's an easy thing to fix or not. But yeah, so that as a little bit of a intro there. Okay. So most of this is looking like it's going to be on the 6-week pattern, but let's see. Some things might only unlock later in once you have a higher rank, right? So Night Troupe, for people who don't know, you basically just unlock the quest, level 101 plus, check in the start tab, start the pre-quest, blah, blah, blah. The first time it's probably going to have a whole story, a little bit of cinematic, do-do-do-do-do, and then the second time you probably could just skip through it. But it is probably... We'll see once we're in-game, but it might be something you have to activate on every single character. Night Troupe, since it's not KMS though, I think I don't remember if this is the event, but there was an event where you would automatically get the passive stats. You just wouldn't be able to get the currency from... You would get like part of it, even if you didn't start the pre-quest. But best on all the characters that you give a shit about, check the start tab and start the quest so that all the passives, all the coins dropping, all the activities, you can participate them on every character. Again, 1-1 plus. They talk about obtain troop points through the various activities. When you collect 100 troop points, you get a coin. Points and coin disparity. I'm going to hammer that home as much as I can. Some people will just say, will not do that. You know, everyone has their own way of dealing with that. And then you can earn up to 300 coins daily per world. That's probably already not true. You can probably, I'm going to guess, earn up to 30,000 points per day, which would give you 300 coins, but there might be other ways of getting more coins than 300. So what this should probably say, we're going to double check if it's true or not, but my intuition is saying that this should say you can earn up to either 30,000 troop points per day max, or you can earn up to 300 troop coins from troop points daily per world. Not just 300, because that implies that that's a hard cap and that you can't go over that. But I have a sneaking suspicion that there are going to be ways that we might be able to actually go over that cap, making this line of text not true. But maybe I'm wrong, so we'll keep reading and see how that happens. Festival Designer rank, I guess that's part of the... that's the main thing. Basically, you get coins, or you get points first, right? You get points, those give you coins. So a little bit different. It's not like an event shop where you spend your coins and then your coins are gone and now you don't have them anymore. In a way, it's going to be like that, where you buy upgrades, you buy skills for your entire account, and you spend your coins and your coins are gone. But your rank is going to be counting how many coins you have earned in total. Even if whether you spent them or not, it's going to keep track of how many you've gotten. and that amount is going to determine whether you can get the rank up to the next thing. That's just going to keep adding on. So you don't have to be scared of like spending early or keeping them for later because you need them for the rank. It's always the cumulative amount of troop coins that it looks at. So what does that mean? That means that you can spend early or you can hold on to them. Why would you spend them early versus holding on to them? Obviously, if you spend early, then you can have the affect more characters and for longer. But maybe by holding on to them, you can unlock certain upgrades that you want for your account a little bit faster because you haven't already spent some of your coins, and another thing that doesn't directly lead to the upgrade. Some upgrades are just buy one, get it, but some upgrades are in a tree. So I talked about that as well. If you look at the Maple Sea, so these look like they're just things that you unlock and then you have them, but there are a few of them, which is 4, I believe. 3, 1 for EXP, 1 for symbols. Oh, 3 of them that have like a tree and have different levels, and you have to go through the levels 1, 2, 3 until you can unlock the next one. So sometimes holding on to coins might be better for your plan on what you want to do with your event, and for some people spending them immediately is going to make more sense. That's going to depend on your approach. So we'll get into that later, but just as like a general approach to the event, right? So you see that the rank is available immediately. The junior rank, the senior rank is you're going to have to wait a whole week, but typically it doesn't take a whole week to get there. And as you can see, you need 1,500 points, but you can get 300 per day. So it doesn't take a mathematician to see that after 5 days, you could already have enough coins to be able to get this rank, but you won't be able to immediately get it. And you see that you have to wait a week every single time to unlock it. So it'll take 4 weeks. By the start of the 4th week, you'll be able to get to the Master Designer rank. The rank will do 3 things. So, 4 things. One is it'll give you a passive skill stats. So that goes up to 40 all stat, 25 weapon magic attack, 30 IED, 20 crit rate, 20 crit damage. For most people, the 20 crit rate is going to be kind of a throwaway. You might think, why is there no boss damage here? We'll get to that later. But 20 critical damage is actually pretty massive. That's really nice. That helps a lot both in mobbing and in bossing. So this is really cool to have. So that's the first thing that it does. The second thing it does is it gives you a special item. So the UI will look something like this. Usually the patch notes doesn't have pictures like these, so I like to keep this one. So you can see the rank here. So here you can see how many points you have and what percentage that is of the next rank. And then here on the bottom you can see the ranks and which gifts that will unlock. If it's highlighted like this, that means you can click it and get it. You can wait all the way until the end of the event to pick it up. You can pick it up immediately. That's all up to you. So that's the second thing that the rank will give you. So you can see that the junior rank will give you the character Burninator, and that's immediately available, so you can immediately use that on a character. The coupon itself is a 2-week duration. You can put it on a character between level 10 and 200, and then it'll have the effect for 42 days, where you get, if you haven't used it before, basically that means that every level you get after that, you get 3 levels instead of 1 whenever you level up. And you will be able to get special items as well, like equip sets that'll make it a little bit easier to keep leveling, because otherwise if you level so quickly, it's very easy to get a very high level but stay very weak and then have a hard time training. So it'll help you stay with your progression, with your levels more easily. 42 days is a limited amount of time, but it's a long amount of time to finish up to 200. So even for a very beginner account, it should be more than enough. Then with the senior designer rank, so again, that's going to be only available not when you have the 1,500 coins, but when you have whichever one comes first, right? Or whichever comes first after 16. If you're by October 16th don't have 1,500 coins yet, then you're still going to have to get more coins first. So by 16th, so a week in, then we will be getting on Heroic Worlds a unique potential scroll 100%. Very nice for early accounts if you don't have like a unique emblem or unique secondary weapon yet. Very good items to use spare hard cubes on to try to roll for percentage attack, percentage stat, percentage boss damage, percentage IED, any combination of those things, maybe damage percent, maybe even crit rate. Any kind of those 2 useful lines is what you're looking for on unique items very early on. Will help boss mules come online and will help make sure your main character keeps killing monsters at appropriate rate. For that specifically, try to look for percentage attack or percentage magic attack. Those will be useful in both mobbing and bossing. But if you get a combination of attack and IED, or attack and boss damage, will also be very useful. If you get boss damage and IED, that's not going to help you when you're mobbing at all. So if you're strong enough for mobbing, then that's cool and you can keep that. And it's going to be really useful for bossing. But if you need damage for mobbing as well, which you probably do, and try to get at least one line of attack and magic attack together with that other stuff. You ever share the spreadsheets? Yeah, they're all available under !help. You can see all the spreadsheets there. Right now I'm working on !events. That's being updated as we speak. And under !help you can see all the other commands that I have. Those are available for everyone even when I'm offline, so feel free to bookmark those, use them whenever. And if you have any questions, always let me know. Of course, with that many commands, it's easy for some of them to get outdated or some information to be missing. So if you think there's something missing or you're not sure why I give certain advice or why I word things a certain way, always free to just fire away and just ask. Wow, that's incredible. Dude, you need to tone it down a little bit, okay? You're sounding like a paid actor now. I already have a lot of critics, and if people see your messages, they're going to be like, oh my god, that's definitely his mom on another account or something, okay? It's like I love you, mom, but please just tone it down a little bit, okay? Use the confirm button. So Interactive Worlds has equipped transfer. If you're in Interactive Worlds, you probably know how it works, but there's a whole lot of text here. But basically, you can transfer some stats from one item to another item that a different class character would use. So for example, you can take like a 30% attack emblem from a pirate, for example, from a cannoneer, and give it to a fire poison mage, and it turns into a 30% magic attack emblem. You could do something like that. So this is like to facilitate if you want to transfer things from a character to another. But obviously, because that, you know, has transfer and trade in it, wrapped up in it, we can't use that on heroic, so that's why we get the 100% unique potential scroll instead. Way less valuable in my opinion, but it's something. Then veteran designer, so that's at the start of week 3. That level up is going to give us the hair transfer, if you're looking for that. And then for master designer, start of week 4, that's going to give us the mount transfer. So that's the end of the second thing, right? Passive stats, and then the special item. That was not a different thing, right? That was his designer rank. Yes. Then the... I said 3 things, right? No, 4 things. What was the other things that I mentioned? Let's see. Let's see where my brain went earlier on. Let's see if we can go back to that. So the third thing is going to do is here in Party Planner. Thank you. They actually... So Party Planner is the actual party planning that I alluded to in the beginning. And that is... Oh, wow. This is the best thing I've shown. I just have spreadsheets. Wow, you're going to love this stream, dude. We got a lot of them. So the third thing it's going to do is it's going to unlock for those trees that I mentioned, right? Those upgrade trees where you just don't buy a buff, get a buff, where you have to buy a certain level to get access to this next one and the next one up to phase 4 of the same tree. For those, it's going to not just be linked to how many coins it costs you to level them up, but also to a certain rank that you need to be able to unlock the second one. So these have 4 ranks, and there are 4 ranks of designer. This is not a coincidence. So for every single rank, you have to be the next rank. So again, that's why I was talking about in the beginning, whether you want to hold on to coins or you want to spend a coin, or you want to spend coins. You want to spend enough so you get enough short-term returns from it, but not too many that you cut down on your long-term returns. So we'll look at the different strategies if you're just trying to build up your Legion, if you're trying to hardcore grind, or if you're just trying to get value from your account without playing more than like, you know, half an hour a day dailies with some coupons and that's it, and you just want to make sure that from this event you get some extra bonus out of that, but you don't want to end up having to play 3 hours a day to get the full value, right? Okay, stop glazing me in the chat. Jesus. Okay. So there's a few different routes that we can go. I'm assuming, we could double check, but I'm assuming that these are all the same, very, very similar to last year, and that these are the same as we had in the KMS, in the Maple C, patch notes. These did not have the percentages though, and these actually do, and they have the costs, so that's actually more information on the Maple C notes. Kind of cool. So the main thing is that there are, there should be 4 branches here. No, there's 3. There's 3, yeah. So one is just like combo kill, and everyone's gonna be like eye roll, like, okay, that's not very good. It's nice early on for low level characters, but that very quickly loses its value, right? Because of calculations and blah blah blah, and having to go out of your way to loot them, and then losing monsters spawn, and it cuts directly into your gains, right? But then there's also rune duration, and then, you know, people go like, okay, hello. So very sneakily, rune duration is in here, but it's only in number 2, right? Important to note though, historically, again, this event could be different, but historically, this does not stack with the extra 100% that you get from the Sunny Sundays. But it works on every single day as soon as you have it, every single time you activate a rune on your entire account, because this is a passive. This is not linked to whether or not you have the activations from the ticket, which we'll get into in a little bit. So rune duration is typically, if you're trying to go for the most EXP, you might think, oh, I'm going for the most EXP. I'm going to level this one up first. Actually, what is the best EXP gain is rushing rune EXP, right? Because runes, especially if you have level 3 Evan Link skill, runes have about 33% uptime. And you can imagine if you get an extra 100% flat EXP over 33% of the time, that's about, let's see who can do the advanced math. It's around a 33% flat EXP across the board upgrade. Versus 5% and then another 5% for the level 2 here, which is just a 10%. Now, of course, you know, you won't have a perfect 33% uptime, right? Might be a little bit less. It can never be more. Might be a little bit less. But it would have to be really, really bad to compete with the 10% here. And then the good thing is, after this, it's only getting more combo kills and more combo kills EXP, which again, this is only plus 100%, which seems the same as this, but the problem is this is 100% to the combo kill orbs, which if you already have the Aaron Link skill at level 3, that's already like plus 900% or something. So that's actually a smaller percentage of the total EXP than this is. So it's worse, and you have to wait 2 weeks more, and you have to pay more coins for it. So it doesn't make much sense, right? So if you're trying to get the most EXP out of this event, typically rush combo kill 1, which is kind of shitty, so you can get rune EXP effect number 2 immediately, ideally on day 1 of week 2, right, when the senior designer rank unlocks, and then you'll get a huge boost in your EXP. Then after that, again, if you're trying to go for max EXP approach, you basically just slam everything into this thing. 5%, 5%, 5%, and then another 10% on the past one. And this is cumulative with each other. So that'll be an extra 25% passive EXP for all monster skilled in your entire account during this whole event, right? That's the general approach if you're trying to maximize your EXP. So the third one, that's also a tree, and this one I will say is predominantly for people who have very limited time to play. You might not even grind more or specifically grind because of this event. You don't really play this game because you're trying to get to the highest level and do the hardest bosses, but you are trying to kind of progress your characters. The Arcane and Sacred Symbol increase will be very nice for you. This will basically just make it so that every single time you do the daily quests, you get an extra symbol. You get an extra 2 for level 2. So that's on top of it. Another extra 2 for level 3. And then you get a... This is optional, but this is a weekly boss clear count reset ticket. I don't know if they specifically have the ranks here. I don't know if they have the picture here, but typically that is for CRA, Normal Cygnus, and Hard Magnus. Typically. Now, I don't see the detail here. There is a chance. Yeah, it looks something like this. It has like Zaku Mena Plus. If for some reason whatsoever we look in game and it looks like somehow this can give you like...
not a paid actor. Smile
Can't believe all these incredible expressions are free. You should definitely subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. Not a paid actor. Oh, it said not a paid actor at the end. Okay. Well, that says everything. Thank you, not a paid actor 1. I mean, Guy Fire 1. Thank you for the 5 months. Next month, gold badge for you, baby. If somehow this includes C10A skips or something like that, which it won't, but maybe, you know, in like 10 years it will, and it can give you even the slightest chance of like an extra, you know, doubling your odds that week, basically, for pitch bosses, then of course this will skyrocket in value for certain people's accounts, right? But otherwise, it's at the end of getting more symbols a day. Again, getting more symbols a day, it's not bad at all. It's really nice, but it is for a more casual approach. Generally, just getting more levels and then getting to an extra area so you can unlock an extra symbol daily instead will give you more symbols a day extra than staying within the same area and not leveling, right? So if you're planning for the long term and going through the game vertically, this is generally not something that's super good for your account, for your general progress. It's typically good for people who are kind of happy where they are and they just want to go more in width, grow more horizontally, maybe get some more money every single week from the extra boss clears, right? Only 2? No, 1 extra, 2 extra, 2 extra, so 5 extra per day. So that is quite a bit extra. And then we have the actual just buy 1, unlock it, and you get it. So there's double EXP from Pollo and Frito bounty hunting. Again, it's mostly good for lower to mid-level characters, specifically the Pollo portals, right? Or if you're unlocking 6 job, those portals can be really good. And then Inferno Wolf, double EXP, same story. Those are both available at junior rank, so this will be immediately available and you could buy immediately. Then these are also just buy and get, but you have to be senior for those. And again, just to remind you guys, senior is the 2nd rank, so that'll be beginning of week 2. Junior, senior, veteran, master. I'm going to imprint that on myself as well. So here you'll have one for double the elite boss treasure chest rewards. If you're trying to achievement hunt for extra soul shards, maybe, because those are rare now. I would not advise these. This is very bad value. Maybe if this was like 5x or something, it could have some value. Maybe this is more of a interactive server type reward, right? For heroic, doesn't make much sense. The reset tickets show that you can reset up to Kalos in Maple Sea. Oh, okay. Well, if you could do that, then it will have a lot more value, and you would definitely have to take that into account. Right now, I haven't read that in these patch notes. But that's not in these patch notes, right? Is there a boss clearance count reset ticket gift? Did someone like on Reddit post a picture of that? Oh, maybe it's this one. This replaces the Chaos Rudibus Hard Magnus Cygnus reset ticket? Okay. The content is no longer available. I love Discord. Yeah, if someone has an actual up-to-date picture of that, that'd be great. Otherwise, like I said, we have to assume that it might not be the same, but it could be the same. And then if it does, that does open up options for people in late game and end game for sure. People who are still like desperately trying to get that one extra pitch that might be worth investing your coins into. But you have limited coins, right? Where was I? And then Monster Park EXP clear, double Monster Park EXP. This is generally something I would advise to put in pretty early. Again, assuming that you have enough coins to be able to buy the other updates that you're trying to aim for in the branches, right? In the branch tree once they unlock. So as long you have to math out if you're going to cap out every day, you have 5 more days until the next update becomes available. You only need 200 more coins for that. That will give you 750. That gives you 550 of spending coins in the meantime, right? There's no shop or anything that you can spend things on, so it's only on these things, right? Does it count towards the big monkey? The big monkey. Like a Monster Park Extreme? Oh, this should include, this could include Monster Park Extreme, but it doesn't always. We'll have to check in game, sadly. I hope that it does. I would say, I would give it like a 51% chance that it does, but I can't say for sure. These are hopefully things that, but even if we did know how it worked in Maple Sea, that still doesn't guarantee that it'll work the same for us. I hope it does, though. I hope that they just uniformly coded all Monster Park things to include Monster Park Extreme, but I can't say that for certain. And I'm sure if I ask the community managers, they will have to ask someone, and then that person might also not know for sure. Yeah, because this event is older than Monster Park Extreme is. So, short answer, I hope it does. I think it might, but I can't tell you for sure that it does. It's not because I don't have correct information, but it's just because I don't think Nexon even knows that for sure, because it's pretty inconsistent, sadly. But I will definitely get it, and I will let you know immediately on day one if you want to make sure that, you know, they have that confirmed, because that's part of your decision. I will get it just for doubling Monster Park EXP regular, for sure. Well, maybe not day one, because I also want to get the EXP, right? But I will get it pretty early. So if you want to make sure and wait for that until someone else gets it first, then I would just keep an eye open, and we'll definitely keep our eye open as well, and keep our ears open and ask other people if anyone bought it, if they can confirm or not that it works, you know. MapleStory is as consistent as Mayo that's been sitting still for 7 years. I guess it's like consistent on the bottom, but there's like a lot of oil on top and everything, yeah. Elite Monster Appearance Increase. I don't know who would want that, but you have to be a veteran before you can get that as well, because technically that increases your EXP a little bit. So, you know, because more elites, an elite gives you a lot more EXP than a regular one. So maybe, if you're strong enough to kill him quickly, right? Normal enemy damage increased by 30%. Of course, that's mostly good for people who are trying to push the envelope on their character, training the highest level area that they have access to, and need all the extra bonus damage they can get. Most likely particle killers, right? Characters that kill with particle effects that do like a little damage. That's also in veteran, and then also in veteran. So there's 3 for veteran here. Is 15% buff duration. Oh, that reminds me. Wasn't there a buff duration here as well? Oh, was that not in the... No, that's this one, right? Yeah, buff duration. So that's buff duration on self. Doesn't affect all buffs, right? Because the question usually that people had, which is a really good question, and I don't remember the answer, is whether you want to rush this buff duration because it would increase the actual duration of the event buff that gives you the EXP. But I think it doesn't work on that. But I can't tell you with 100% certainty. That's so long ago. But I'm pretty sure that buff had like, cannot be affected by buff duration kind of thing. Because otherwise you'd have to re-roll everything, or like reset everything to max buff duration to make sure that that effect stays as long as possible, right? I'm pretty sure it wasn't affected, but I guess we can double check once. I'd be surprised. Same, but I've been surprised by Nexon often. It would be busted, yeah, but would you put it past them that they would not think of that? Because a lot of times if things like this work, it's not because they intended to, but because they just completely didn't consider it as an option, you know? And it's also possible that this type of buff duration just is coded differently than all the other ones, and all the other ones don't work, but then this one somehow magically does work, you know? If it benefits the players, they would be on top of it. And then we get to the Master Designer rank ones, so this one you can only start unlocking at the beginning of week 4. This is beginning of week 3, beginning of week 4, so already 3 weeks and a day in at this point, is 30% boss damage, and home furnishing coin amount increase, plus 100% chance, 100% chance to obtain furniture coin through My Home Shopping. So this is, of course, you know, what everyone's waiting for, especially those 3 people who are trying to max out their My Home. But for those people, you have to get the master rank first, so it's not going to come easily. Do I think it will work? I think it will work, yeah. But I'm like 51% sure I would say Punisher. So I'm leaning towards yes, but only a little bit. Alrighty, then we have get your time travel tickets here. What a name. Time travel tickets. I'm not going to type out that whole thing. That's too many words. That is also from the 9th to the 19th. Wow, it's really just all... blurbing like this. It's just all full 6 weekage. Let's give it a little color here. I think I went with blue last time. We'll give it like a double shade difference, so it's easier to tell which one is which. That is a different color. Did I go for this? No, this? I'm doing 2 different columns here. Oh yeah, there we go. That's closer. Time travel tickets. That's the one where you pick the buff, I think, right? Yes. Fast or slow. Yep. So that's this one here. No, I think I scrolled down for that. Yes, this one here. Time travel ticket. Yeah. We got little looks like a Funko, looks like a lollipop with a head warmer, but it's like it's an hourglass, okay? Trust it's hourglass. Once made a selection, you cannot change your main attraction until the given week ends. So since we have 6 weeks, I said 4 before. I think historically it's been 4, so now it's a 6-week event. So you can pick one of the 2 as Eos Hourglass or Helios Hourglass once every week. So up until the last week. So you have 6 total choices. So you can say, I'm going to start it off slow, you know, kind of do daily, or I'm going to do like really intense for 2 weeks, then take a little bit of a breather for a week, do the shorter one, maybe do that for 2 weeks, and then go hard again for 2 weeks, right? You can kind of make, it's a kind of like a build your own event kind of thing. And so that's 2 things to take into account. One is like, which week are you going to have a lot of time, and can you go hard? And which event do you not have a lot of time, or do you just not want to go hard on it, right? The other thing to take into account is coupons and Legion coins. Like, can you stack Legion coins and buffs with all the time that you would want to go and train hard and the duration it takes you? It's estimated that it's probably going to be possible to finish all the stacks within half an hour if you do the short one, within about an hour and a half if you do the long one. But remember, you have the bonus added effect of the extra bonus EXP from the passive and the extra EXP from the runes if you build that passive, right? So training will still be better even if those effects are gone from this part of the event outside, right? So that's things to take into account. The other thing to take into account is that the buffs increase with your rank, right? So if you get a higher rank, and that brings us to the 4th thing that the ranks do, is they also increase the buffs given. So you see, if you start with the shorter buff, you get 350% bonus EXP while the buff is active. Again, you'll be able to do that all within half an hour. The buff only lasts for 2.5 minutes, takes a bunch of monsters to kill before it activates. You have the buff for 2.5 minutes, and then it deactivates again. And you only get 5, I believe it should say 5 here. Yeah, 5 times per world per day. And then that effect is gone. And then you just get the passives from the event. But it starts at 350 and then it goes up 50% every week. Right? The Helios one takes longer. You get the same. You also get the buff. Also after 500 monster kills. Also takes 2.5 minutes. But you get 25 activations per day. So you're saying like, oh, that's just way better. What's the catch? The catch is that the buff for the Helios one is a lot smaller. But you'll see it also goes up by 50%. Right? So at the start, the smaller one is almost twice as good, right? It's 350 versus 200. It's way better. But since they both go up by 50, at the end, this one is 500, but this one is 350. It's way more than half as good at this point, and it lasts 5 times as long. So because of the effect, right? So this is starting week 4, 5, and 6. If you're planning to go for EXP and planning to go hard, but you know you're not going to go hard all 6 weeks, if you go for the shorter one, the first week, the first 2 weeks, maybe even the first 3 weeks, you don't miss out on as much. As long as you go hard on the last 3 weeks, that's where most of the gains are going to be made. So what's going to happen is this event is going to get sold by most people as like the biggest training event and gains event, and it is. But if you go by the gains you're gaining on the first day, the first hour that you do, and you're doing this one, it's going to seem like you got scammed because it's not that big of a deal. Why? Because your passives haven't built up yet, and you have the smallest buff out of the whole event. It's going to be not that big. The second week still, it's going to be not that big. Week 3, you're going to start feeling it because the passive are going to start kicking in. And the veteran is going to start kicking in. Week 3 is going to start being big. Week 4, 5, and 6, you're going to be capped on EXP or close to it. And those weeks are going to be insane. So plan according to your time available, to your resources available, and with that with those percentages in mind, and set your expectations based on what I just told you, and not just people saying blanketly like this is an insane event, because it is, but not at every moment is it going to be as insane. Nate, thank you for 69 months. I think that deserves a 69 clap in the chat. Very, very, very nice. That is an insane amount of time. Thank you very much, Nate. Appreciate you, bro. Then we have Ludibrium, a fireworks display. That is a... Here comes in, like, why wasn't there boss damage in the passive that we saw earlier, right? And that's because of this thing. Did I say boss damage? I meant to say boss damage. Is that every hour, I believe... Every hour at the 30-minute mark... And I don't know if this is one of those effects that stays for 10 minutes and you can come back. As long as you're like within minute 30 and 39, you can pick it up, or you have to be there right at 30 to get it, and then it's gone. I think it's the latter, but I'm not 100%, so we'll have to double check that as well in game. But it'll give you a buff that gives you 15 all stat, 15 weapon and magic attack, 1500 HP and MP, 15% boss damage, there it is. Another 15% ID though, 30 arcane power, so that helps with training as well, and 15% normal enemy damage for an hour. So theoretically, if just at the half-hour mark of every hour you pick up this buff, this could be 100% uptime passive buff on top of the passive buff that you get from the stats just by being this rank. So in a way, it's a stronger, right from the get-go, stronger event buff almost than the last one we got, but it caps out earlier as well, because this part is constant and the other part only goes up by a little bit. But you find that there's no passive percentage EXP. There's only this one, which is more indirect, you know, because it's depending on when you go train and a cap. And then there's one that you have to buy with the coins, so you have to access that in a different way. But there's another way that you can get extra EXP. That we will get to in a little bit. Then we have the Clickity-Clack. Jesus, do I have to type that? Clickity-Clack factory. I'm shortening it a little bit here because those names are just all too long. This is, you have to be junior designer rank, so it'll be available immediately, right? Because we start as junior. Oops, wrong button. Boom, boom. There we go. And you will not obtain troop points if you've already reached the limit, but we already know that because there's a limit to troop points, so this is an unnecessary extra line. You will not obtain trait EXP if you have reached the daily limit of EXP. So this is basically an AFK event. So you can see here in the Maple Sea, they actually have a picture. Yeah. So the map is going to look like this. You can just AFK in there. And then based on which trait you would like to gain while you're AFK. So this is a way, basically, if you have a limited playtime, but you do want to cap out on the event, but you don't want to spend all of your playtime trying to cap out the coins, you can also leave your computer on overnight and basically already get, I think, like 50 to 60% of the daily cap just overnight. And then you have to do very little during the day. How long is this event? 6 weeks. Exclamation mark events. I'm updating the calendar right now. And you can see here. So it starts at week 41 for October, the week that we're starting now. And it's going to go until the end of the second week of November. So depending on where you want to go. So you probably want to go for empathy or insight. So top left of the map is where you want to be. Ambition maxes out eventually through bossing. Not a big deal. Diligence doesn't do anything for us. Willpower barely does anything for us. Charm doesn't do anything. Past level 30 is unless you want to get like special emotes, but even then there's other ways to get it, so that's kind of a waste. So I would mainly focus on empathy and insight, so top left of the map if you're AFKing here, so you can get both event currency and traits at the same time. That would be a good idea. That would be my advice on this part of the event. Now, on top of that, there's also a hidden mission, and if you complete that, you can get a Bink Teddy T-shirt, Panda Teddy T-shirt, and or a Robo T-shirt. I don't remember them showing that here at all. So I don't know if this is an extra or it was just not in the patch notes for Maple C, but that's an extra cosmetic event that you could go for. It's tradable within world and permanent. So, I mean, it doesn't say, but I'm guessing that means it's an NX item? Can you sit on a ladder and get both? I wouldn't be surprised if you sit on the ladder that you just get whatever is below you, but that's actually a good question. I don't know, maybe if you just sit on the first pixel of the ladder, because then you're actually like on top of the ladder kind of thing, right? I don't know, that's a good question. Try to go into the ladder and see if you can get both. Try to gain the system. Always try to gain the system, bro. Then we have knocking down blockoladas, which I think is exactly here, yeah. So this is very much like a Punch King, but let's knocking down blockoladas. I believe that's also 6 weeks, but we can double check. No, that starts on October 16th. Okay, so that starts 1 week later. I'm pretty sure they could have started it the first week and then say it's only available for the higher rank, right? Like it's only available for, is it senior? They could have said that as well. But let's say what they say here. Yeah, you must be senior designer rank, yeah. So it can only start on the 16th. They could have started it on the 9th and then kept this, and it wouldn't have changed anything functionally. But they might as well just only start it on the 16th. 101 plus, yeah, I have to be senior designer rank. So again, make sure that you purchase that rank so that you know just having the coins and having access to the rank, have access to buying the rank is not enough. You have to physically buy the rank. Not buy the rank, sorry. Unlock the rank, right? You don't buy the rank. You don't spend your coins on the rank. You only spend your coins on the attractions, on the buffs, on the special buffs, on the passives. Okay. Talk to Mr. Buffon and accept the Night Troupe knocking down blockoladas. I don't know if Mr. Buffon is here. No. But he's the guy from in Ludibrim, right? On the bottom of the clock tower, Deuter. All your buffs will disappear upon entry. Very important, so don't have any special buffs. Which, okay, just to warn people, so that EXP buff we talked about, you can get that EXP buff twice a day and it lasts half an hour, but to get to this thing, I think you have to go to the event map to talk to him. I hope that you can get to him through the star tab directly, but it would really suck if you go to the map because you're trying to go do the blockoladas and then someone buys the buff and uses the buff and hits you with the buff, that you have a limited amount of times you can hit per day, and then you can't, then you have to let that go and go train first to make sure you use the buff and then come back, right? So someone could kind of like mess with your if someone's just like randomly buying the buff and everything, they could like mess up people's blockoladas runs technically. So I hope you have direct access through the star tab. If not, that will happen to 1 or 2 people during the event and it'll be fucking annoying. But moving on from that. So Hexa skill, common node usage and ability preset change are not available in the battle map. Yeah, so make sure you have all of that set before you even go into the event map, you know. But that was similar to the tomato Punch King thing, right? Where I'm pretty sure there were some things you couldn't reset in there in the event map or later, so you want to reset that all, then go to the event map, have all your buffs on you, then go to the pre-map where you have a 2-minute limit, with the, well, you can, yeah, 2 minutes to your surprise intrusion boss map, right? Where you have 2 minutes to prepare everything, and then you can do as much damage as you can in 2 minutes and get up to 1150. So very much like the Tomato Punch King. However, this time it is not EXP that you get, it is coins that you get. Never mind, it is also EXP that you get. I don't know if it's going to be the same amount though. I imagine it would be if they use the same scoring max metric. and it's a weekly, and we will have 5 weeks of it. I assume it's going to be similar to the EXP we get from the tomato. Maybe you guys did the tomato last week, right? If you, or somewhere in the last few weeks, if you bought the Rock Spirit pass. But just think that, but then on top of that, coins for the event. If you exit midway, your obtained points will reset and you won't be able to claim the rewards. If you exit the map to challenge again, your existing buffs will remain. Okay, so you can do the re-challenge if you mess it up somehow. The amount of troop coins received is based on the stage completed. Yeah, so there won't be like a running amount of coins. There will be like different stages. So for every different stage, the coins will go up, like 300 in the beginning, then 200, then 100 near the end. Which does scale pretty nicely, I would say, because it's not linear, right? Like the coins. Like from 900 to 1100 is not just like 25% more damage. It's probably like double the damage or something. So this is pretty forgiving in how many coins you can get pretty early. That looks pretty nice. Once a week per world, yeah, so 5 total during the event. If you enter the event as the same character and score higher within the week, you claim the EXP rewards or troop coins on. You can claim additional. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then the rewards. There is a Blockolatus mount coupon for 200 million that you can buy, which will look like this. But it said in Maple here it says you have to have gotten 1150. Oh, if you're able to clear the final stage. Yeah, it says that here as well. In different wording, but it's the same. But it's basically like a, well, like a part 2 Papalatus mount, but you're the captain now. And like I said in the very beginning, right? The wording that you can only get up to 300 coins per day was, like I said, incorrect. You can only get to 30,000 points a day, and you can only get up to 300 coins from points per day. But you can get more coins per day, namely by doing the knocking down Blockolatus starting week 2. That will also give you coins. These will go over the cap from points. They'll have a separate cap. So this will help you unlock more attractions and speed up the process in being able to buy your buffs. So if you're trying to math out like what would be the optimal path for me with what I'm trying to do in the game, try to think about how far you got in the latest like tomato punch, and you can make, based on that, you can make a guesstimation on how many coins you can probably get per week from this. You have to clear for the mount. Yes, you have to clear and get 1150. You have to full on clear it if you want to be able to get it, which is pretty tricky. It basically means you have to. I mean, if you compare this to like a culvert, you probably have to be pretty close to a 50k culvert. Probably like a 48k culvert or something. Rough estimate. Then we have the Plucky Dull Claw Machine, which is a nice little extra bonus. Plucky Dull Claw Machine. Oh my god, dude. Which also starts here, again, because it's part of being veteran. Yes! Good job, class. Characters who are... senior, sorry. Damn, I said the wrong rank. But you know what I meant. Senior designer rank have collected 300 daily troop coins. So you have to... On a day that you want to use it, you have to make sure you have already gotten all 300 daily troop coins. What do they actually mean, chat? They don't mean all 300 daily troop coins. They mean... all 30,000 points. Daily points. Yes, exactly. So talk to Roly-Poly 1 to access the claw machine. You can see that it looks like this. There we go. Hopefully the winning odds are better than most of these claw machines, which are horrendous. You can use the left and right buttons on the keyboard and press the descend button to lower the claw. Wow. Minigame ends after you a failed attempt, and you will earn EXP vouchers based on the attempts made. You get 50 vouchers if you fail on the first or second attempt, and you get 100 vouchers if you failed on the third attempt. After a successful win, you can choose to continue or end the game. You can win up to 3 times to increase the amount of EXP vouchers received alongside whichever dolls were obtained. For winning, you'll earn first successful attempt 100, second successful attempt 200, and third successful attempt 300. Players can only win a maximum of 300 vouchers per day. The minigame will end after giving up a win streak or failing an attempt. So basically this is just 50 extra vouchers per day. But, you know, 7 days in a week, 350. This is 5 weeks. That's 1,750 EXP vouchers. If you throw that all together, that's not nothing, you know? That's a minimum of 17... what was I saying? Minimum of 1,750, but up to 6 times as many, right? So that's not too bad. And then rewards, there's a brown teddy doll, soul teddy doll, drumming bunny doll, ducky doll, and propelly doll. Yep, that looks about like that's exactly the same. Cool. Then we have Rink Rage Bumper Rumble, and that starts another week later. So what rank will we probably have to be for that, chat? Veteran. Oh, it's all making sense now. Rink Rage Bumper Rumble. Rink Rage Rumble. Then you have the true alliteration. Okay, boom. Way-ho. So for this one, level 101 to 299. I'm sorry, Niru, you cannot participate. This feels kind of targeted very specifically to one person in the entire server, but okay. RIP Niru, F's in the chat. You have to be at least a veteran. It's going to be 3v3 minigame. This is going to be like the bonking, right? If you remember from the olden days, sometimes there was the infinity pool where you could swim, and then you would get levels at the end based on how far you got, but a lot of times it was just random, right? So it's going to be similar to that. Basically, you get a bonk effect at the end of this fight. It's just bumper cars slamming into each other. Let me see if I got the picture here. Yeah. So you have a 3v3. But, you know, basically everyone is a winner except for one person who's very much a winner. And that one person the people on the winning team will get 1 level more than the random amount. But everyone else will just get a random amount of levels. The effect, the bonk effect, as you know, in game, you can use it on characters between level 130 and 199. But now it'll work on characters between 101 and 219 and give the same effect. It will also work on characters over 220, but you'll get the same EXP scaling as you would at 219. So it's like using an extreme growth potion on a character of 220. It's not nothing, but it's pretty much nothing. It's like single digit percent. It's like a 1% or something per level from the potion. It's just not that good. So primarily this is really good if you're trying to level up characters that you don't like training, anywhere from like 150 up to 210. It's going to be great for getting those levels done. Imagine all the events are now level 1 to 299 and Nero just gets locked out from everything. That would be so bad. I guess a little bit more details. There are 3 types of bumper cars that all behave differently. There's a normal one that is slow speed. No, just slow. And low shock absorption. Then there's a good bumper car, which is medium speed and normal shock absorption. And then there's the super bumper car, which is fast. Again, not fast speed, just fast. And high shock absorption, or high speed, or low speed. Low speed, slow. Slow. Slow speed. Not English. We get a little bit of an English class as well for the people who are wondering. I do side tutoring for English as well if you are interested in that. Feel free to DM on Discord for details, okay? All right, so moving on. We have... That's until the end of the event, until November 19th as well. Yeah, okay. 50k channel points for English lessons, yeah. The level up will be claimed first prior to the participant reward. Sure. Ice pillar and ice hole obstacles are randomly placed, of course, yeah. Players within the range of the stamp pillars will be knocked outward from the center. Oh no. Characters with Mega Terra or other burning effects are unable to participate in the event. Oh no. No buffs yet for that, boys. Participation and additional rewards are going to be obtained 3 times per week per account. So you can do this 3 times a week. So not every single day. So you don't also have to do this every single day as like a daily thing, but you can just slam it 3 times in one day and then you don't have to do it for the rest of the week. And it'll reset every Wednesday at 12 a.m. UTC. Oh god, 12 a.m. UTC. It'll reset. Yeah, so the regular weekly event reset from Tuesday to Wednesday. Okay. Makes sense because it is an event. Additional rewards, level up can be claimed by characters level 101 to 219. Participation reward, extreme growth potion effect. Gain up to 10 levels max. The higher your character level, the lower the likelihood of getting more levels. Receive a considerable amount of EXP when used at level 220 or above. Considerable needs to be put into quotation marks here. The effect cannot be used on burning characters like I said. Okay. Then, Starry with a chance of toys. Oh my god. Why are all these events so long? It was always such a mouthful. This starts on the 23rd, which is the same as this one, right? So, also veteran. Veteran. Bum, bum. Bum. Okay. And this one, let me guess. If I scroll down here, is it going to be this one? What if toy blocks fall from the sky? Here's our event buff that I was talking about that you can buy. Plus, also later on in the event, it also becomes a catch-up mechanic if you want to get your Troupe coins if you didn't play since the beginning, but you do want to catch up and you want to buy a whole bunch of buffs and still get a lot of value from the event. You can do that as well. So basically, for Mesos, 200 million. That's a lot early on in the game, of course. But it's 2 days worth of Ursus, or a little bit more if you're a lower level. It'll give you 50% bonus EXP for half an hour. Stacks with everything, okay? Whatever you can already think of right now, except for this very buff itself, it stacks with everything except for itself, okay? So you can get this twice a day per character. You will hear different things about this skill. Historically, this skill was supposed to have unlimited uses. That worked properly. You can buy it as many times as you want for other people. But it was supposed to also have unlimited effect on you as a player. There's two problems with it. One, if you already have the effect going, even if it's blinking and it's like on the last minute, and you're in the map and somebody uses it, it will not refresh. You will not get it. So if you're actively trying to get the buff and you're trying to link it together with your previous one, make sure you right-click it and you get rid of it before you go. If you go into a public activation of this, a lot of times people do like MVP and then this after, the map is going to be super duper duper laggy, okay? Make sure you right-click it and get rid of it before you go to the map, then click going to the map, and then just wait. Don't try to leave, okay? Don't try to do anything. Technically, what you can do, because it's an EXP buff and it stays saved, you could force close your game, log into a different channel, and that might be faster than waiting for the lag to resolve. Or you can just wait for other people to leave the map, and then slowly the game will resolve, and you can move again and leave the map, right? But right-click on the map. Because sometimes what would happen is if you still had the buff on, somebody reactivated it, it wouldn't overlap, but it would count as an activation, and then you couldn't get the buff anymore. Sometimes people were talking about if you relog, sometimes you can get the buff again. Sometimes characters would just get stuck. After twice, the effect would work properly on them, and after 2 times, a lot of bugs would happen, and characters would not always be getting the buff again after 2 times. So instead of fixing it, what they did is they just changed the event and made it a feature. Make a bug a feature, that's the best way to fix a bug. And they said you can only get the buff up to 2 times. What does this mean? There are situations where you can possibly get it more than 2 times. How do you do that exactly? I'm not sure. Are you supposed to? Not anymore. Is that a legit thing? Or is that like super bug abuse if not? Not really. So that's what I'll say about that whole topic, right? It's very muddy and chaotic. But you'll hear a lot of people talk about like strategies or ways of getting the buff more, because obviously getting another 50% EXP on top of everything is really nice. So some people will try ways of getting extra. You're not supposed to, but there will probably be ways to do it. That's all I'm going to say about that. Premium block show, so that's the catch-up. Sponsor the show by spending 3,000 Maple points. Very similar to if you miss daily check-ins, right? 3,000 Maple points. That will give you 300 Troupe coins for that cap of the Troupe points for that day. You can only participate if they require additional Troupe coins. Oh, players, yes. So you can only do it if you have actually missed days. You cannot use this to buy bonus coins on top of what you, if you already capped out on everything. It doesn't work like that. You cannot obtain more than the total possible amount of Troupe coins. Again, so if you missed only like 250, you'll have to, you'll have to pay full price and then of 3k to get those 250, right? And players can only sponsor Premium Luxury up to 3 times a day per account. So you can't come back on the second to last day and spend like $500 and get like everything kept out. Doesn't work like that. Why would you want to do that if the event is almost over? But still, point remains. Position change from Troupe to Troupe. Why? What's up, Jay? How you doing? And then we have the Lucky Candy Dispenser. That one is Master Designer rank. So that one is starting at week 4. And at this point, we're getting to the event of this event. What was it called? Lucky? This is a great event. I don't know what accent that was. Where, and again, I think we can see the picture right here. There we go. Where you can get random bonus stuff every day just for free. But you have to be rank 4. So you have to be rank 4. You have to be master. So you have to have capped up with the event, right? You can do this 3 times a day per world. Okay. So very similar to the... what was the other one that was 3 times a day per world? The Dole Draw one. So you'll be able to do both for like the last 3 weeks. Possible rewards. 100% 20-star enhancement scroll can be used by characters level 200 and above. It doesn't say the limitation on the item. I'm pretty sure it's limited to items level 160 and below. But that's very important to know whether you can only use this on like up to the lower level pitched, or whether you can also use this on arcane or even on an eternal, right? That would be very important information to know. Of course, this is probably going to be like 1 in a bajillion chance, so don't count on getting this. You most likely won't be getting that. Karma Legendary Potential Scroll 100%. So they're mentioning all the really good rewards up top. What you're most likely going to get is, let's see, what are you most likely going to get? 3 Node Stones. Yeah, 10 Medals of Honor. These look like the rewards that I will be getting. 15 Symbol Selector coupons. Yeah, expect these rewards here. 5 bonus mystical... Oh, no, here. 5 mysterious Mezzo pouches. That's gonna be my reward. 3 of these every day, most likely. What else is in here? Things that we can never get. 10 glowing cube coupon. 30 black flames. That would be solid. Speaking of solid, 30 solid cubes. A stack of 100 symbol selector coupons, 4 to 1. 25 eternal flames, 5 black flames, 20 karma solid cubes, 25 nodes, 100% unique scroll, 30 hard cubes, 3 experience cubes, 15 hard cubes, 30 powerful flames, 10 eternal flames, 50 nodes, 5. What do we have? 5 mysterious mezzo pouches, yeah, 10 special medals of honor, 10 powerful flames, 60, 30, 15 on the symbol selector coupons. But again, 3 weeks of 3 times a day. This is 3, 7, 21, 63. Possible 63 rolls. So even if you get just the 3 node stones 63 times, that's 190 nodes. That's not nothing. That's pretty nice. When does the game come up? When it's stable and the maintenance is over. The estimated time is in a little bit under 3 hours, but, you know. Sacred times 1, that's just to spit in our face. No. So it's 15 selectors, and for every selector, you can choose 1 sacred or 4 arcanes. So if you get this reward, then you get either 60 arcanes or 15 sacreds, which you can pick. If you get this one, you get 120 arcane symbols or 30 sacred symbols. If you get this one, you get 240 or 60, right? Because the regular selectors always have, you can pick arcane or sacred, but you can get more arcanes than sacreds because of the time limitation. My bad, you're dumb. No, it's okay to ask just to be sure before ahead of time, right? And that's all of the side events, but that is a lot. That is a lot of side events within the Night Troupe. So even if the base EXP was a little bit rearranged, that's a lot of extra stuff with it. And I don't know, for the people who remember at the beginning of Night Troupe, we really had to select, like, do you want to get stuff? So basically, like, do you want to get this? or do you want to get EXP? Now, you get EXP, but you can choose, do you want to get like a decent amount of extra EXP and not play a lot, or you're going to play a lot and get an insane amount of extra EXP. And if you actively participate, you'll also get a ton of extra rolls in this stuff. So 3 weeks of this, there's a good chance in 63 rolls, there's a pretty good chance you hit some of those higher ones here, but probably not any of those top 5. I mean, if I get even one stack of 30 Black Flames, I'll be stoked out of 63 rolls. But I guess that would mean, what is that, a 1.6% chance? 1.6% chance would mean that on average you get one. And now it's time for everybody's favorite time to spend another $100. Are you guys ready for this? Hell yeah. Rock Spirit Season 2. One more. Alrighty. Jeebus. So this is going to be very similar to the one that we just had. Daily check-in, Rock Spirit, blah-de-blah, right? Different columns, different rewards. It's actually so similar that it's exactly the same by the looks of it. Did they really just copy-paste it? It's exactly the same? I guess there's a different mount? You can pick a different mount and maybe different coupon, but other than that, it looks like it is just... Wait, huh? Rewards? Permanent Thunder coupon? We don't get all of this. It's a selector and we have to pick one, don't we? Golden giveaway, half and half colorblend high hair dye coupon. Magic card chair. 10 experience nodes. Week 1. Yeah, this is not written properly. So like here where it says Thunder Mount Selector coupon, under that it should say all of these. This is written very poorly. This is ordered. This is bad arranging. Yeah. So it basically just starts here with week 1, but this is just basically the same rewards, maybe different picks and different items within the cosmetic, like it's the other one. If it was face, it's hair. If it was hair, it's eyes. You know, that kind of thing. Shows image of the mounts. Yeah, I don't think Maple Sea had the same one, so I don't think. Maybe. Oh, here. Thunder Beast mount. Is that the one that you can pick? Bird, horse, lion. It might be this to an extent, but I wouldn't give this 100% accuracy because it is a different version of the game. But there are some pictures here. But yeah, that might be our chapter 1 because they had the chapter 1 here as well, right, with the AFK. So this might be the last one as well. But it'll just be, yeah, it'll be different selections. But these are the ones that everybody gets, so you don't have to worry about like whether you want to buy. Yeah, these are the first rewards, yeah. Whether you want to buy it or not. Although we didn't have this. They just got an extra one, damn. And they had it arranged differently as well. And they had 10,000 tickets here. We didn't have that. Yeah, it's all a little different. Let's see. But yeah, so it's essentially like whether you buy the pass or not, it's the exact same equation again for the pass. You know, it's the same items for the passes. So the same question as last time, whether you want to play 50 bucks for that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's 49,900 Maple points per pass, so it's the exact same. So if you wanted to buy all the passes, it's 200 bucks. Yeah, I wouldn't hold it against anyone personally if they don't want to mess with that. Ashmedai, thank you for the follow. What's up? You're gonna play very quick question. Will be a way to buy the Luna Petite pets at a lower price in. Oh, the orange mushroom ones? Oh, here you go, yeah. Here are the pets. Luna Petite, so like if you're talking about a vac pets in the heroic server, that's typically available, I would say, around like week 5 or 6 of summer and winter events. So that's most likely going to be like near the end of December. We'll probably be able to buy them. And then the $100 is basic price. If you have enough reward points, you can shave up to 30% off the price. So you need like 30,000 reward points just by playing the game. And then you can take $30 off the price and only pay 70 essentially. Oh, they have one now? Okay. Yeah, I haven't checked the cash up update yet. I usually do that after the patch. I guess we were going to be able to see it right after. I did not know we're getting vac pets after maintenance, no. I guess I'm not in the market for it, so I'm not looking for it. If you do care about cash up and vac pets is something you're interested in, always check the website on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is when the new cash up updates get released. Current cash up cycle has vac pets. Oh, there you go. Usually it's only a 2-week usually it's only a 2-week sale though, right? Is that the same this time? Oh yeah, this was released yesterday, yeah. Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, so it starts when maintenance is over until Wednesday, October 23rd, 9:59 a.m. CST. Which is reset plus 7? Plus 8. Reset plus 8, obviously. Duh. Free vac pets. Yes, free for every purchase of 99,000 NX. No, the only free vac pet we have... well, actually, this makes sense, right? Because what happened just before the event? Everybody's little Terry free vac pet expired, right? And then now everyone got used to having a little Terry and having vac pet. Now everyone went 3 or 4 days without that and feels horrible. And I was like, hey, would you like to buy one of these real ones for the low price of 99,000 NX? While there's a training event and you want to focus on the EXP and not running around looting everything. And everyone's like, fuck yeah, I do. And then, cha-ching, you know, it's genius. It's genius, bro. I still have my Terry box. I used it. Well, I picked it up, but I haven't used it either because I'm going to be using it as a secondary vac pet on the DA while training for EXP. Yeah. Dad Black, thank you for the follow. Ooh, both of those end in 99. Hopefully that's 2 different people. Don't be double accounting me, bro. Yeah, so that's all of that stuff. So same as before. Maple Fashion Week starts the 23rd. So that's 2 weeks in. And then Camilla's Boutique until the end. So they each last 2 weeks, I'm guessing. Yeah. Maple Fashion Week. Maple Fashion Week. So we have... so I'll do it like this. Hello Kitty... And then what's the other one? Camilla. The contrast is maybe not too big with this, huh? Maybe something green. Oh, there we go. Pretty. So pretty. And for that, we will see if it is very different from the Maple Fashion Week here. Let's see. So, we have to wait 2 weeks for that to start, which is good, you know, because we are going to be busy anyway. Level 101 and above. Kill 1,000 monsters near your level. Within 20 levels. You can obtain 3 coupons per week and 500 EXP coupons. Obtain 6 coupons and 1,000 on Sundays. Okay, double up. Keep grinding and you can get a chance to pick up Hello Kitty or Camilla coupons when defeating these enemies. Defeating these enemies, and then it lists the coupons. That's a little weird wording. Use the coupons to choose your next fit in the coupon shop. Okay, coupon shop available items, Hello Kitty's boutique and Camilla's boutique. Thirsty for more coupons, you can complete the hidden mission and receive 1 additional coupon within Hello Kitty week and Camilla week. Okay. And I think this is exactly the same as what we had in our preview video. Let's see. VIP. Triple EXP. Boom. Tickets. Yeah. 100 of those. There's my black flames that I was looking for. Yes. I need to get a better flame on my eternal pants. And then the other one looks like a perfect copy of the first one. Yeah. Okay. So it is the same rewards as we had here in this event. Okay. 3 coupons Monday to Saturday, plus 6 more on Sundays. No. 3 per day, right? Defeat enemies every day to earn coupons. So 3 every day throughout the week. So basically, if you just do 3 times 7, 21 per week, but it's double on Sundays, so that's basically like 8 days per week, quote unquote. So you can get 24 per week. And here you can see how many monsters of the day you've already killed if you claimed daily reward, and then how many total tickets you have. Open coupon Captain Shop. Hey ho, Captain Shop. I think they mean coupon shop. And then with so with the attendance checks, you get all this stuff, and then you haven't even used the coupons yet. With the coupons, look at that. We have the school purple uniform selection box. Outfit, okay. You have the Mystic Rose outfit. Okay. Little angry red flame there. KMS Notes has more pics. Oh, these here? Whoa, I was just trying to zoom in, bro. Is that this one? Man, but this makes the outfit look good. This makes the outfit look boring when all of the characters that are wearing them are these anemic, pastel, paler than a corpse like characters in them. I just don't get that like beauty standard from like Korea that everyone has to look like a ghost. This looks like way more like vibrant and like colorful, but that's just a cultural change, I guess. Depix Mayo. But yeah, so these are the outfits that look like they're available, and then and then there's some special stuff available. See, we have extra. We don't have the pictures here. We have Arabian outfit. We have Maple Boys Dr. Lim edition coupon and Maple Boys Inkwell edition coupon for the whole outfits. They added them. It's very nice, I think, for people who want to get the extra fits. Ghost Mask coupon. Is that this stuff? Cow mask coupon? Tiger Cub. Wait, we can look like a cow? Ghost. Arabian. Oh, cutie cow. Oh, I know which one that is. Yeah, the cutie cow. Moo, yeah. No, I know which one that is, yeah. That one is actually pretty cool, the cow outfit. So a lot of Halloween stuff for this. Lots of fits, and then we have the mounts the same. Yeah. The bat mount, I think, looks pretty cool, actually. Permanent Spooky Darkness Bat Mount coupon. Costs 2 coupons. Tradable within world. 7-day duration for the coupon. But the mount itself is permanent, of course. Permanent Magical Ghost. Rant Sand Cloud Mount. Oh my god, there's so many. Where are these outfits? There's some waffles here. Get to slap people over the... Knock people over the head with waffles. Little red bear. Reminds you of the Pokemon. Oh yeah, a little bit. Oh, you have the 3 teddies sitting on your head. Okay. And then we have a damage skin box, which is most likely not a unit damage skin, I'm guessing. Selective job damage skin box. There's some pretty cool damage skins in there, but as far as I remember, they are not unit. Fresh Influencer. Dude, there's so many fits here. Okay, there's a lot of outfits. Serpent, Lara, Arc. Yeah, they have all the job damage. Yeah. But it looks like... If I just control F for unit, community. That's the only unit. You put the unit in community. Wow. Then we have Home Halloween. Starts October 23rd as well, which is here, and then lasts until the end, right? No, only until November 5th. Oh, wait. That's only 2 weeks. What the hell? Short event. Okay. Green-red color blindness. Fuck. I don't want to do that. Which color do I want to use? This one. Oh, I don't have to type anything here. Home Halloween. There we go. No, actually, I'll keep the separate weeks so it's easy for people to see. Although I will, you know, make it invisible the weeks when we pass them, so... Wait, will I have done exactly the amount of that I need? Okay, for Home Halloween, you can get a blueprint to expand your Halloween manor to a 3-story house by collecting 25 furnishings. Halloween furnishings. Additional blueprints to change the appearance of a 3-story Halloween manor can be purchased from Kenneth's blueprint box using Carencia coins. Are the witch hats coming back? I don't see them. Not unit, no. The class damage skins are not unit. This time you get to 25. Is anyone close to these 25? I think, wasn't Itai at like 23 or something? There was just like 1 or 2 last ones that he just couldn't get. Expansion cannot begin if another house expansion is in progress. Yeah. Long-term maintenance is done. Probably another 2.5 hours. Or you can check exclamation mark maintenance and mark your calendar with that. In order to obtain special Halloween-themed furnishings, you'll be able to option short or long, 9 or 6 hour. Can obtain duplicates on both. Man, that was such a killer. Remember the very first time this stuff came out, they said that they couldn't obtain duplicates, and really quickly people started getting duplicates, and then instead of fixing that, they were like, oh no, okay, we'll change the wording to can obtain duplicates. I was like, shit. Immediately all the value. You're at less than a third. You've got 3 windows. Damn. Well, at least you got a lot of natural sunlight, you know, during those winter days. Keep that winter depression at bay. Shop. Large Halloween furnishing pack. Awakened Jiangxi CD player with music. And then here you have all the items. I don't remember if... Home doesn't exist in Korea, right? So I don't think they had... I guess we have pictures of them. Oh, they had a little bit of pictures in the preview. Because they had a picture of the house. Yeah, here. So here you can see some of the items if you don't have them yet. Oh, and if you do have them. There's like a little candle dude. There's the clothes rack. There's the casket sarcophagus with a candle for the wings. There's a little pumpkin tree. There's a stack of pumpkins. Fireplace, table. the meat-eating plants, I guess. It's a bunch of cool stuff. Pumpkin bed. This is the Jiangxi player. So if you want any of those things for in your house, look into that. And then you have Legion Relay. Oh, will I have gotten exactly the amount? And then Sunny Sunday. Oh, cash transfer event. Oh my god. I thought I randomly picked the exact amount of rows that I needed for this update, but I was pretty close, but not quite there. Let's see, Legion Relay. And that should be this one. And this one is gonna... Oh. When is it starting? November 6th to November 19th. Okay, so it's just the last 2 weeks of this cycle. So to not overlap with the home. It's gotta be pretty busy last 2 weeks, though. Because if you try to do Legion Relay... and you're doing like the hardcore training for those last 2 weeks where you get the biggest gains from Night Troupe. That's crazy. That's why I thought it was going to be a 4-week event, so that you could go hard on the Legion Relay and the Night Troupe event would be over. Am I right? Wasn't it last time? Wasn't it a 4-week event? Or was it also a 6-week event last week? It would... Now that I think about it, it would be weird that you spend like 3 weeks to unlock the biggest buffs and then you just only have 1 week to enjoy them and then they're gone immediately. If you have problems with hoarding equips and deleting items because of storage space, a little bit. Sometimes you have to make choices that are not ideal, but generally it's okay. But I would like us to have either more equipped space or some kind of storage, some kind of character-specific storage for heroic, because there is stuff that you want to hold on to in case it becomes relevant in the future, but sometimes you have to make choices that you wouldn't want to, where in interactive you wouldn't have to, because either you could just sell it and then rebuy it later if it does become more relevant, or you could just put it on a mule and save it for a rainy day. The fact that we even have to make those choices, or you have to like preload on superior items, you know, for Gollux if you want a transfer hammer and all that, but you have a limit on how many you can buy per week. I think that's just a bad unintended circumstance that comes from decisions for interactive that were made, and heroic was just not thought of at all in that decision making process. And that is definitely stuff that I want to work harder on trying to, you know, chase Nexon down and telling them like, hey, this is like, it's not just like, oh, I want this thing to be better, but it's just like, this is like actively like a broken thing that needs to be fixed because it's just not, it's not good, you know? So this is going to be gray areas. I'm just going to gray this out a little bit for contrast, that this is just there and then nothing else. So Legion Relay, I think it is the same as KMS had it here, but we will double check it just in case. Level 101 and above, 2 last weeks of the event. Once completed, you can access the event UI and choose between 2 daily missions to obtain Legion Relay score. Enemies within 20 levels above or below your character are considered near your level. Obtain 300 Legion score for completing the mission. There is a total of 6 stages, and the monsters' HP and defense will increase as you progress through the stages. Huh? Attack the Punch King machines and deal as much damage as you can to earn points within the 2-minute limit. Oh, this is looking kind of different. Wait. The more damage you deal, the more points you earn. Up to 1150 points for completing the mission. Defeat 1,000 enemies near your level. Participate in Maple Punch King 1 time. You'll obtain bonus points. Oh, you can pick one of the 2 to do. Gotcha. Okay. And then bonus points based on the level of the character. So the higher level character you have, the better you can do it. Yeah, no, the wording is like a little bit backwards again, but I think it's the same as KMS, yeah. You can complete only up to 10 daily missions in those 14 days, so you can even miss 4 days. Nice. After completing 10 daily missions, players are able to complete a new bonus mission daily to obtain a relay box. Does not count towards the total. The bonus mission is to kill 1,000. You can consume 3,000 maple points for, yeah, in case of missed days to catch up. After completing daily missions, you can choose between a set of rewards to appear within the relay boxes. Reward choices: Extreme Growth, Potion, Black Flame, Symbol Selector Coupon, Medal of Honor, Nodestone, or Soul Urda Energy. Where are our fragments? Relay box rewards and Legion score rewards can only be claimed until November 19th, so you have to pick them all up before. And then you may choose between a set of relay boxes and the chosen rewards at different rates. Yeah, so this looks like it's exactly the same as in Korea. So if you want to see the same thing with some pictures, here we go. So you have a total of 10 daily missions that you can do, and then you can do bonus after. But for the bonus, you will only receive wouldn't receive any like major stuff, you just a little bit of bonus. Every day you can choose to either do the Punch King, or you can kill 1,000 monsters near your level. And then you will get bonus points based on the level of the character that you do it with. There's not going to be like last time, like a restriction that it has to be a warrior, or has to be a thief, or has to be an archer, or anything like that. That part of the equation is completely gone. It's just going to be based on the level. And, you know, for the people who play only have like 18 of the same character, or who only play strength characters, it's going to be a little bit easier to pick characters that make sense. And then you have with your total amount of points, right, you will get your progress rewards here. So another stack of 50 black land. Very, very nice. Which, that should be shown here, right? Yeah. So 20 VIP buff selector coupons. Yeah, that's the same. 60 selector. Up to 300 arcane. Okay, but hear me out. Our previous selectors were 4-1. Why is this a 5-1? How are there still 5-1 and 4-1 symbol selectors in the game at the same time? Why can we not uniform that shit? Why can't we not say every sacred symbol is worth 4? Okay, why not? Why is this a 300/60? Why is it not a 300/75? If we uniform, they'll choose 4. Yeah, I would gladly have them use 4. That would mean that this would give 75 instead, right? Or are you saying that this would only give 240? No, this would stay 300. This would give 75. 1-4 is where it should be. I agree. Should be 5-10. That would be 1-2. That would mean that this would go down to 120, or this would go up to 150. I guess, yeah, sure. I mean, I think eventually it'll trend upwards if they want people to, you know, get through the hard Saren and easy Kalos, normal Kalos faster. But until then, I don't think they will do that. No, I think they like 300 as a number too much, but I think they think 75 is too much, so they cap it at 60. I think that's where they're at. 50 Black Flames, that's also the same. And then we have the title. Ultimate Legion title. Oh, they have the stats here. So 30 boss damage, 30 IED, and 30 weapon and magic attack. Title, so it's 7 day for the coupon. It doesn't say here, but the stats, I believe, last for... Fuck, was it 2 weeks? It should say here somewhere. Oh, 30 days. At least in Korea, it was 30 days. But, yeah. It doesn't say here, but it should be 30 days. Which is, you know, stacking with all the other stuff for a little bit is pretty nice. It's also nice to keep a little bit of a lingering bonus after the event. 30 boss, 30 ID, 30 weapon magic attack is nothing to sneeze at. That's really nice. So it'll be kind of like the leftover bonus of the slushy event, right? Still permeating past the duration of the event, which was definitely pretty nice. And then last but not least, or maybe least, I guess, depending on what you like, is the Group Punch King chair, which will have your like highest level characters in your account, and they'll all be trying to do the Punch King challenge at the same time. Tradable within world and permanent, so you can move it to other characters later if you want to. So the main thing is you do the daily challenge, you get the points based on the level and based on the extra challenge, right? Based on how far you go. When you do the Punch King or the monsters killed, then you advance through. When you have 10 total, you can look at your score. Based on total score, you get the rewards near the end of the event. You want to do more daily challenges, you can. That'll just give you the boxes. The boxes are guaranteed every time you complete as well. You can choose 3 boxes every day. one of 3 every day. So you can choose either a blue box, a red box, or a black box. These will have the same items in them, but at different percentages. So based on how much you want to gamble, and based on how much you want to potentially get absolutely nothing, you can risk it all. Or you can just be a sane person and just take the basic boxes, because then you'll be able to get this 14 times, and it'll be realistic rewards that you can pick from the box. You can you can pick which reward from the box you want. If you pick the red box, you'll see that you just have a pretty high percentage that you get. What you have to pick is just a very, very low amount, right? And then you have a very small percent to get like a lot. Same thing with the black box. Basically, the red box seems like a total scam. I feel like you should either go blue or black. Because like what you have a 10% chance of hitting here, you have a 15% chance of hitting it here. And then you have a 5% chance of hitting even more. So you have like a 20% chance of hitting this or more, where you only have a 10% chance of hitting that, but with a 30% chance of getting like a consolation prize of getting nothing kind of thing. So yeah, red box seems like a pretty much, doesn't seem like a good option here. I'd say if you're gonna gamble, if I can go all the way. But you'll see some of the rewards multiply in a weird way. So this is a third of the chance, right? So you think, oh, it's about 3 times the rewards. 33 versus 9, that's about 3 times. 64 versus 32, that's only double. But 25 versus 5 is 5x the reward. 32 to 16 again, 147 to 51. So it's not linear, you know? So there is definitely different EV. I'm sure if you multiply all the rewards with all the percentages, you get roughly the same EV per box, meaning that you should probably just go for full-on blue boxes and just open them all. But, you know, if you want to open them for content and everything, and you want to potentially just, like, brick your account so you can complain about how bad your progress is by just making suboptimal decisions, definitely go for the black box, and then you can have good content, and you can complain with everyone else who also made bad decisions about how much the game is rigged against you. And then you can get, like, 64 selector coupons, I guess, from this. If you hit 25 black flames, that's really nice. But yeah, that's only going to happen 1 in 20 times, and you can only get 14 of these boxes, so there's a good chance you just never hit that. There's only a 70% chance you hit it 1 time, right? So if you have like 3 friends, only 2 of you are going to hit it 1 time. So take those averages into account, and just get these, and open these 14 and get 28 flames, you know? Okay, but yeah. All of that in jest, of course. Do whatever you want with that. If you want to gun buy it because you don't really need it or anything, then go for it, yeah. For my math, all 3 boxes give the exact same average rewards. That's usually what they do, yeah. Just depends on how much variance you want. No, that's usually how they calculate the numbers, right? That they make it so that it might not skew evenly within the box, but in grand total, compared to the different types of boxes, it should be roughly the same outcomes. That's usually how they do it. So ultimately, it doesn't matter which ones you pick, but you know, standard deviation and confidence interval would slightly skew towards certain things. It's basically just if you're risk averse or if you're just like a true gambler. And we're playing MapleStory, so we have a lot of gamblers. So there's going to be a lot of black boxes being open. Then Legion score rewards. Oh, we already talked about these. Yeah, so those are those rewards. Went over those. Then Sunny Sundays. We actually already know them. In a first time, they have actually elected to show us the Sunny Sundays in the preview for... Did I have the preview? Yeah, in the preview for the stream. Let me know what you guys think about that, actually. Usually they say them... I think this is because they didn't have a CM stream where they sometimes already talk about the Sunny Sundays. But again, to reiterate, in KMS, they only know their Sunny Sunday on the Monday of the week that just started. Then they know what the Sunny Sunday in 6 days is going to be. Otherwise, they're always waiting for the next one. The fact that we know it even before the patch notes even come out for the event that hasn't even started yet, that gives you a lot of planning. Or in this case, depression, because there's no Star Force event that is worth a damn coming in the next 6 weeks, which basically means either sit on your money or save everything for end of November, probable cube sale, or for something like early to mid December probable Shining Star Force event. So planning long term, again, you know, shocker. But to get into the Sunny Sundays, we have, I guess I should open that here, Sunny Sundays. That's like always going on. So what kind of color does that get? A greeny thing? Oh, look at that. We have Magnificent Souls and Innerability resets. If you have any questions on that, !souls, !IA, or Innerability on how to go about building that. I recently remade the whole Innerability guide on that. If you are not familiar yet with the setup of 3 Innerabilities and all of that, and how to optimize that using your Honor EXP in an efficient way, because it is a limited resource, and all of that stuff you can find up there. Souls, you know which souls have a summon, so you can use them in phase 2 of Princess No, so you can kill all the monsters there quickly with the soul summon. That can be a very useful thing to know as well. And then Spell Trace enhancement discount, then extra portal, EXP, and wolf. Again, I'm pretty sure this does not stack with if you buy that upgrade as well from the Night Troupe. So on that day won't be that special, would be double special, but you'll have it the whole time, of course. But double chance monster collection, again, something that has been neglected a little bit over the years, but since Legion Artifact came out, this has gone up a lot in value. It's not as valuable anymore because of reward points, because it's very easy to cap reward points from other things, and we don't need to buy totems anymore. So for that, monster collection lost a lot of value, but since Legion Artifact, you have the specific monster collection medals, and then the monster collection totals to build up your Legion Artifact. If you're not familiar, !Artifact. I'll put in the other ones as well, by the way. Innerability, and what was the other one? Souls, just for extra information for anyone who needs that. One of 2 monster collection doubles. There's another one here on the 17th of November as well. So if you're looking for reaching that new interval, I think it's 200, 400, 600, 800, 1,000, I think. Then a 1,200 one for extra bonus points for Legion Artifact, and then the extra medals, of course. That can be useful for that. Then we have 100% Rune EXP buff effect, 3x normal EXP. That's not entirely accurate, because 3x implies a multiplier, like it's multiplicative, but it is additive, right? So instead of being the base 100% EXP and then plus 100% EXP from the rune, you'll get it. It'll go to plus 200%. So it's only triple EXP if you have no other modifiers whatsoever, which you won't, because there's an effect and because there are consumables, right? For all of that stuff, you can check out !EXP, look at how you can optimize your EXP and how that all works with other things, and how you can min-max that all in terms of, like, you know, which coupons you want to use, how you want to min-max EXP stacking and all of that. You can go into that if you want to, just to clarify that. Plus 300% points, it should say, right? Combo kill EXP. Again, this is not as great as it looks, but like early game, this is really nice. But again, like, these do not stack as far as I know, or they have a max of stacking, which I don't think they do past 200% with the passives from the Night Troupe. So don't expect like double gains from that, but again, those work around the clock, not just on Sundays, so you don't have to look out specifically for this. An extra 2 hour of triple EXP. That's actually pretty nice, because we are currently not being inundated with triple EXP. There's some here and there, but there's not a billion coupons coming at us with triple EXP, so that is kind of nice being able to stack that potentially with the peak, right? So as late in the event as possible, week 4, 5, 6 of Night Troupe, right? To get maximum effects out of it. Then there is the only Star Force event that we do have on November 3rd, which is 2 stars for successful enhancement, which sounds great. And it says from 10 Star Force or below. Oh, so it can get you from 10 to 12, but if you go higher than that, it's only going to be 1 star at a time anymore. So this is great for newer accounts, for newer players to basically do the Star Forcing up to 12 stars at half the cost, which is great, or a little bit less than half the cost. And also, if you have a lot of boss mules or Legion mules, not boss mules, probably Legion mules that you have built up, and they're up to level 200, and they're kind of stuck there. But you want to get more Legion raid power out of them by increasing their combat power. Then Star Forcing is a cheap and good way of doing that, and getting all of their equipment up to 12 star. Just gather equips on them, you know, get your bosses done, your accessory bosses done, right? For your boss accessory set, and just get them all up to 12 stars, and that'll get you quite a lot of extra combat power, which will help you with your passive coin increase, so you can afford those juicy buffs. Extra monster part clear bonus EXP. Again, I believe this does not stack, but it might, I guess, because we do have a passive sometimes up to plus 150%. We'll have to see if this works, or if it's just like the largest percentage applies, because we have gone higher than this with the passive from the beautiful event that we are in, the Night Troupe. So we'll have to see about that. And then double Hello Kitty starts. Start here at the 27th. I skipped that for some reason. So 27th, 3rd, and yeah. So the last 4 weeks all have double Camilla or Hello Kitty, 2 Hello Kitties, 2 Camillas. Then we have another double Portal EXP here on the 10th, and then we have Monster Collection again, and 3 Monster Blooms, which, you know, for people like me who are a little bit further into the Monster Collection, by no means done, but are like going towards 1,000. This is most likely just going to be 3 reward boxes, but I hope that you all get some monsters that are very rare that you have been looking for, and that you can save a lot of time on getting from these Monster Blooms. Pray for all of us. Then we spell Trace Fever, so that's only for interactive worlds, of course. Every Sunday from 12 a.m. UTC to 11:59 p.m. UTC. That's very nice for them, honestly. So just spend your Sundays upgrading. Is the combo orb thing worth getting? If you're mainly leveling lower level characters and you're still building up your Legion, the combo orbs are actually really good. They're really big chunks of EXP. But as long as, like, as far as the characters that you're mainly trying to be grinding on are like past level 200, like past 220 or something, it's going to be very minor, so I wouldn't invest into it. You probably need level 1, like I said, so that you can get access to level 2, which is going to be the passive for the extra rune duration, rune bonus EXP, sorry, not duration. Once you have that one, then you just want to go for the flat EXP if you're trying to get as much EXP as possible for your main character. That's going to be like well into the 200s. And then a cash inventory transfer event, of course, as per usual, from the 13th to the 20th. I think I already had that on the schedule, or I could have already put that on the schedule because we already knew that was coming. That's the last event thing, right? Oh yeah, so I created 2 extras here, but I only needed 1 extra. Clear row. No, not clear row. Delete row. There we go. Cash shop transfer event. I mean, they're all events, but and then this goes into. I want to get like a flashier color, but not like super flashy. There we go. Until winter patch. There we go. For people who don't know, basically you can just throw things into the cash up. Everything that you can put into the cash up, you can right click and send to another cash up inventory. You have all the inventories here, or you can just check !CS transfer that has the same groups here of characters that share. What the hell? Yes, thank you. That share groups of cash up with each other. So as long as you just send it to any character in that other group, then you'll be able to pick it up on any character that shares a group with it. And then, you know, once it's sent and it's over there. You don't have to like go on there to receive it or anything. It'll be sent. But if you have some, you know, specific sets or combinations of sets that work better together, whatever, you can always, or you're trying to switch mains, you know, any of that stuff, you can always, vac pets, you know, that you want to start using on another character. This is a great event to use to throw it. The event always lasts, so it'll say November 20th, 2 p.m. Yeah, because even though this patch, all of this stuff ends on the 19th, right? It's because November 20th is the winter update, and the patch for that is going to start on at 2 p.m. UTC, right? So Actually, no, not 2 p.m. UTC. They always put 2 p.m. UTC, but it should start at 2 p.m. CE. It's not going to be CEST anymore. It's going to be CET at that point, right? It should say 12 p.m. UTC usually, because usually patches start at 2, just like this one did. Yeah, 2 p.m. CEST, which will be CET then, because we will have changed time zones on the last week of October, I believe. So about 3 weeks before this. I think actually the time changes on my way back from MapleFest. Right after MapleFest, when I land back, I will have. Well, I won't really feel that I've gained an hour because I will have just lost a day traveling back from the west coast of the U.S. to Europe. So I will have traveled for 14 hours and a 9-hour time change. So it'll be the same time when I land as when I got on the plane eventually. I think Burning is coming back November 20th, but probably about 7-hour patch, so probably around like this time where the game is going up now, so in about 2 hours, but on November 20th. That's most likely when we're going to get not one, but most likely 2 hyperburns. So one that you can choose freely, and then one that you can pick between the new Shade and Aaron that will most likely have been reworked. Again, we'll have to see the exact details of the patch and everything to make sure that happens the same way or in a similar way that Korea did, but that's like a 99% sure thing, basically. Okay, there's a few items you cannot transfer: Friendship Ring, Promise Ring, Potion Pod, and EXP Coupon. A bunch of these items are character linked, so you can't just throw those around. Time limited item, blah blah blah, restrictions. Bug fixes, is there anything here? Issue with the Culling Soul Collector page description, okay. Issue with the text format for the magic scroll 200 weapon. We don't have the pet Rudolph. Could not equip Rudolph's sleigh. Oh. EXP orb spawns from elite bosses and monsters were delayed. Emoticon slots were unable to be expanded. 8-bit pirate ship mount. Paving consistently. Bounty hunter portals text pop over during commercy voyages. Oh, that's back. Nice. Tooltip for marksman skill search while purify this spell count correctly. Okay. Kaiser to disconnect when using Draco Surge. Zykur! Zykur, it's coming home, dude. It's definitely fixed this time. The 5th time is a charm, bro. I swear. Fortune, thank you for the follow, by the way. You told him? Okay. All the Kaisers, rejoice. Go as Maple background music to play during the server select screen. An issue. Oh. Description of Jaguar Rider, quick draw stance, this makes it a bunch of portal to spawn in Commercy. Oh yeah, that was connected to that, of course. Pet Auto Heal was consuming multiple power elixirs on Demon Avenger characters. That's what, well, I don't use Auto Heal on DA, it doesn't make any sense. Managed to crash without an error when moving between maps with an equipment inventory window open. Wasn't this the thing that caused people to crash when they were trying to go for their switch before opening boss boxes and then losing their box rewards? 2 hours more so. Huh. It was an issue when NPCs were using the incorrect pronouns for certain quests. Not woke, dude. Sickly polar face was missing an expression. This was an issue where the Bushido graphic was not positioned correctly during the combat stance. So an issue where the tooltip description with the tooltip description of Retacula is like Dracula who's a rat. What? Ink printing face, Wisps, Wanderer's Wonderberry, Lindline's quest, I don't have a proper quest header. Lotus's loot cache was showing as loose control heaven core rather than lose control heaven core. They found it. Good job. I did notice that it was called loose control, which technically is not incorrect. But if you were trying to say lose control, then it is, of course. But you could say you have loose control, or you lose control. You technically it can grammatically make sense, but I'm pretty sure that wasn't what they were going for. The might be name was inconsistent. Sure. Maple Goddess Blessing was mentioning the inactive Beast Tamer skill. Oh, inconsistent names. Issue of low-level items having inconsistent names when viewed. Vision signifiers. Text magic hat. Text of X during a cutscene consistent with the voice over the EX. Is that an NPC EX? Oh. Gentle Explorer face and Gentle Adventurer face. KMS translations. Lunar Crystal. Look at my face damage skin. Private Party Hall item. Apprentice, Witch, Hello Kitty, Emoticons, Toodle, Boo, Spooked, yeah, Spellbound, okay. Game face white, viewing as champion focus, white Magnus face, white viewing as Magnus Android face. Bucket Capuch, Head Emoticon, Muscle, Capoo, Wealthy, Dogdo, Groid Coupon, okay. Resulting issue where the percentage did not show in the character information UI upon equipping a title with ignore defense stats. Oh. Result of skill where Kali was unable to dash into falling objects ever using Void Rush. Okay, does anyone know if this is an error where the up dash that's supposed to break debris but not give you the stuns and stuff on Kane does not work on the debris in Lotus? Is it not supposed to? Like, it just always, like, still stuns you. Versus the old debris, where it would just, like, break it and nothing would happen. Is that how that's supposed to work? Kane is different. I know. I'm asking about Kane, because Cuddy's dash is mentioned. I'm just asking about Kane. Kane Darkside is at the end. Well, no, so like in the past with old Lotus debris falling, it will also stun you, right? But if you dashed into it from any distance, it would just break the debris, not deal damage, and not stun you, ever. And now with the new Lotus stuff, you can still dash in it from any direction. And I think you don't take damage, but you do get stunned now. There's some delay on Darkside skills and those debris, because Nightlord dash into the debris will also stun you. So did they code it differently because it's not random debris, but it's like a curtain that falls, so you're supposed to dodge it better because you can know where it falls, basically? I feel like it should be treated the same with regards to stun, I believe. But okay. What else do we have? Result issue where the appearance of elite mobs remained unchanged. And result an issue where the smokescreen effect was not applied upon usage. Insane. Maybe because he's an archer and not a thief? No, someone said on a Nightlord it does the same. I think it's just the debris is coded differently. Alright, back to the top. That's the whole event. That's Midnight Carnival Ludibrium. Here's the whole calendar. Link to the notes up there. Video will go up on YouTube, but it'll be pretty long, of course. But yeah, so the breakdown, we have Night Troupe, full 6 weeks for the whole thing. Starting the second week, we'll have Knocking Down Black Aladdis and the Plucky Dull Claw Machine. This is once a week, EXP plus bonus coins. This is going to be random EXP vouchers. You can use that 3 times, you can do it up to 3 times a day, but you can fail and succeed. So there's a little bit of a random amount that you can do there. Then there's a Rink, Rage Rumble, and Starry with chance of toys. Starting the third week, this is going to be a bonk potion effect on characters between level 101 and 219. You can also use it on characters over 220, I believe, but you'll just get a portion of the EXP. You won't get a whole bunch of EXP there, so it's best to use it on lower level characters. And the winning team will get 1 free bonus level on top of that. Starry with Chances Toys will be the... which one is that specifically? That's the one... Oh no, that's the buff that you can buy, right? So up to 2 times a day, 200 mil, and also the catch-up mechanic for 300 maple points. To get an extra bonus EXP buff on top of everything. Week 3 is where the event really starts, honestly. Because of this, and because of the rank needing to build up. Week 3, 4, and 5 is where you're going to see the most... 4, 5, and 6 is where you're going to see the most EXP. 3 is where it starts picking up. 4, 5, and 6 are the biggest. So don't expect too much insane EXP from the first 2 weeks. Third week is also going to be like a little bit in the middle. 4, 5, 6 are going to be massive, okay? And then the Lucky Candy Dispenser for the last 3 weeks. This is going to give you bonus rewards. Also can use 3 times a day. And that's going to give you things like nodes, symbol selector coupons, flames, that kind of stuff. Then we have Rock Spirit Season is going to go. That's like the basic check-in, login, check event. It's going to be the same as the last one, basically. Very similar rewards, 50,000 Maple points, 2 passes. You can either buy them or pass. Maple Fashion Week is going to give you quite a lot of rewards, and it's going to give you tickets. And then with those tickets, you can buy outfits, 2 different shops that each have 2 weeks where you can buy things from them. Home Halloween, extra items for going and shopping in Carencia for the My Home content for making it look pretty, and music, some utility, I guess. And then Legion Relay is going to be the last 2 weeks of the event, overlapping with the 2 busiest weeks of Night Troupe as well. This is probably going to be pretty spooky here. No pun intended. I guess it's after October 31st. But that's going to have extra rewards and some cosmetics in terms of progress that you can make, where you can either do a Punch King or kill 1,000 monsters near your level, and you can get reward boxes with items in them. And you will also get general rewards based on how many times you have completed the event, total points you've gotten. So the higher the level of character that you've completed it on, the more points you will get, and that will allow you to get a higher total score and get those cosmetic items plus useful items. So there's like stacks of black flames and everything. Definitely a very nice event. And then of course the cash up transfer starts 1 week before the winter update of November 20th, and will last until the game goes down on November 20th, probably at noon UTC. So that's the whole event. Link to the patch note here, link to the event calendar under ! events, or in the description of the video, of course. And if you want, if there's any extra information you're looking for, any extra questions you have, feel free to ask them now in chat, or if you're watching this on YouTube, put it in a YouTube video and I'll get back to you, or you can always just join in to the stream whenever I'm live and then ask it right there, or ask it there, and I'll do my best to answer all your questions. Thanks for checking it out. If you're watching on YouTube, see you on the next one. Bye.